Down, boys and girls. Hope you're all well. So today I have something different to show you. It's not a Springer, it's not work related, something I've done before. It is an old gas blowback pistol. So I picked this up for a friend of mine. He's no longer a skirmisher, but he likes to collect old guns, and I'm happy to oblige to pick them up for him, because there's not much for those people who don't skirmish anymore and to get a defence to buy these things. So it's nice to be able to help a friend out and get a look at something that I am vaguely interested in having a play with and having a look at, but not actually owning myself. I've seen these come up on forums over the years many a time, but quite often it's put me off because they're either broken or it's a working one with spare broken guns with it, which have gone to fixing, because you don't really get spares for these things. It's a Maruzen PPKS. You do get other versions as well. They have the standard PPK, which has the shorter grip and a slightly different grip panels on it. The PP as well, which is a longer barrel and longer slide version of the PPKS. So this thing came in at a very reasonable price with 4 spare mags. Unfortunately, a couple of the mags are leaking, but that is a fairly common thing with these little mags. I did try fixing them, but slowed them down a bit, but they still seem to be a bit leaky. But if you're just having it as a showpiece, it doesn't really matter. And to be honest, that's all it's really good for, a showpiece. Talking about the different versions and showpieces, they do also do a James Bond movie prop edition of this gun with the silencer as well. I do believe you can get metal kits for them that I've noticed over the years. Not sure who makes the metal kits, but you can get them. Also, talking metal kits, there was an ACM clone of this gun, but I can't imagine it being quite as nicely finished as this. The immediate thing as you take this thing out of the box that you notice is the finish on the frame and slide of the gun. It is really, really nicely finished. I've seen DIACs of this pistol, and the actual sheen and patina of the DIAC, you know, they've got it bang on with, and this is a plastic gun, and yeah, it just looks really good. It's got that kind of iridescent sheen, sort of oily finish, and when you touch it, it sort of leaves your fingerprint on the gun. Yeah, it's really quite something. Performance wise, as said, it's not all that. It's got a fixed top in it. It fires 2s, not particularly accurately, but not totally inaccurately, about 20 metres. Nice crisp blowback on it. I will not fire it off because I've actually run out of the lower power gas, unfortunately, so I can't show you it blowing back because I don't want to stick some green gas in it and blow it up. You might notice there that I did cock it and the slider went back forward. It does have a double action trigger as well, and the reason the slider is going back forward, it does have a slide lock. It's just there is a lock on the magazine, so you can fire it similar to what TM do with the little insert that you can put into the magazine, just to take the follower down slightly, and you can fire it off without any BBs in it. And then you just flick it to one side, and I'll just show you that it does lock, and to unlock it there is no slide stop like you would with a conventional, the sort of more modern pistol, shall we say. Jet the mag and recock it. Another nice little feature to note is it does have the functioning decocker with the safety. So there you go. What else? The magazine, a bit about the magazine. As said, they can be a little bit leaky. The valve does seem to be a little bit sticky. Sometimes you have to reset it. I've noticed if you've dropped the hammer when the mag's empty and it knocks the valve open, and it seems to have a habit, even though giving it a little bit of silicone oil, it has a little bit of trouble resetting now and again. You have to get a small pin in the top and just push it out, or you can unscrew the top piece and push the valve closed. It is a 22 BB capacity, which is quite respectable for such a tiny mag, and when it's gassed up it does shoot off all the rounds and lock back, although I have only used it in fairly reasonable sort of UK weather, not scorching, but you know, fairly ambient, reasonable ambient temperature. Unusual thing I noticed, which you don't get with many airsoft gas blowback magazines, is it's a true double stack magazine. It isn't a double stack going into a single feed. It actually does stack side by side right up to the top. I have had other guns which do that, which have had tendencies to have a little bit of struggling with feeding at times, but this one seems to feed quite nicely, fortunately. So yeah, I'll just show you the stripping function. You, as per the real steel, pull down the trigger guard and it locks down into place. It's got a little spring ball, so it holds it open, I think. Well, it holds it open somehow. I'm not sure if it's a spring ball or what, but I think it's just the shape of how it is which holds it open. Slightly sprung out so it stays out. Anyway, so you pull that down and then you retract the slide and then lay it forward and lift it off the gun. I'm just holding the slide stop there with my thumb because it has a tendency to ping off. The insides all look nice and clean. Slightly finicky little pistol on the inside with all the sort of a lot of the workings hidden behind the grips. That's the recoil spring there going over the barrel. So it flares out towards the end as it sets into the front of the slide. Very small little BBU. But yeah, all in all, a very pretty, a very pretty little gun. And certainly if you wanted something from a collector's point of view, it's really really nice. Markings are quite nicely done. Has the obvious slight misgivings being an airsoft gun, like rather than made in Germany, made in Japan. ASGK mark is on it somewhere as well. Oh no, it's a JASG mark, and has it's a license trademark of Gbb Walther GmbH Germany, JASG 6mm Maruzen weight. You should have, you know, what is it? Is it 32. I think there are 32, aren't they, PPKs? Sure, you'll correct me. But yeah. Oh, it says it on this side. 380. Bad man. Slap me on the wrist. But yeah, cool little gun. Quite well executed. And yeah, there we go. As always, I thank you for watching. Even though now and again I do get things wrong. Cheers all. Have a good day.